I'm playing for G2.
Jay Naps from G2.
Chicago from G2.
Sathy, the coach from G2.
Okay. I've got to ask, you guys are one of the longest standing rosters, and I want to know how important that's been for you with this bounce back that you've had for this event. Anyone can answer.
I think me and Chicago especially have always just believed in holding a roster for a long period of time and battling through the lows. So I think that's important for our roster to take the extreme lows and go into a tournament brand new, just like we have this year, and hopefully make it a deep run in the Worlds.
Yeah, I think there's always the achievement of, winning a major after you add a new player or winning a world championship after you add a new player is one thing, but I think sticking through probably the low points is just a completely different accomplishment. So, that's the goal of the tournament.
Jack from GG Recon. That was quite a statement to 4-0 over a new European team that have been flying, especially after yesterday's results where they looked in fine form. How does that feel for you? Do you think that's the peak of G2 and they're going to be as confident going forward?
I think more than anything, we were kind of really mad at ourselves for the loss versus Gen G because we know we could have done better. So I think we all knew Moise was doing really well, and they played FaZe extremely well. So we were just more confident in ourselves, and we knew we had to play our game plan to beat them, and we just executed the best we have so far.
I think it was definitely a confidence booster for playing against the European teams because we play BDS next. So I think as well we stuck to our game plan that we've really been working on, and I think they had really good individual series. I had a mediocre, but just knowing that we can still 4-0, just doing the game plan and not doing anything special was a good feeling, confidence booster.
Hugo? Yeah, Hugo Bernabeu, e-sport with FR. You obviously you lost against BDS back in Dallas. Is this matchup something special for you? And do you think you're gonna take a look back to prepare the next game, or do you think it's completely different now?
I think it's completely different this year, especially because they have Rise. But we're looking forward for the revenge tour from Worlds. We always hold grudges when we lose against teams we don't think we should lose to. So yeah, we're not going to look back though at last year's series and review.
Jens from Shift. Going on to that, do you think BDS is your dream opponent? And though there's a couple of strong teams, is BDS the opponent you want to face because of history?
I'm so excited to have the potential rematch and honestly take back what they took from us a year ago, and just knowing that will be such a fulfilling feeling. So I'm really excited because we didn't show what we were capable of last year. So if we come out and do what we can do and get that match back, I think it'll just skyrocket us for the rest of the tournament.
I think the top 3 French teams are the opponents we want, the Vitality, BDS, and Carmine. I think those are the ones we want to play really bad.
Right. I've got to ask, how does winning a major compare to the idea of winning a Worlds? You've been close with 2 Worlds now. Did winning a major feel less fulfilling for you guys, or did it feel similar?
Honestly, we haven't won Worlds yet, but I don't know. At least playing at a Worlds, it just feels like an elevated major. The major still was extreme emotions and happiness after we won, but I don't think it's too much of a difference. Just a little bit elevated.
It is cool though to have the world champ title and have a game. You can. It's what every player plays for. So winning it is a statement.
Yeah, no one really cares about the major winners in general.
Yeah.
Same what happened with us last year.
Did that change your preparation for this event, knowing that you're coming to the World Championship? Did you? We heard about the wager for ranked and everything like that. Was there other things you did differently this time to prepare for this event?
Just playing the game way more.
Yeah.
I think we all agreed we didn't put in 100% this year. like myself a lot included. And I think we just been like grinding really hard and playing like 10 hours a day.
And just to build on from that a little bit, obviously you guys are probably the most established team here in terms of your longevity. How do you keep trying to find the motivation to play? I know you said you had your little side bet, but obviously getting on for 10 hours a day is quite a feat after 7 or 8 years. How do you keep finding that motivation to continue?
I'd say like losing. Losing is like the motivator, especially like we've had a rough year and this is the final tournament where you can prove everyone wrong and prove yourselves wrong. And I think, yeah, just not being at the top this year has really motivated us to have a strong finish to the year.
With your varied results this season, what actually were your expectations coming into Wales? Because obviously you want to win it, but what were you expecting?
Well, I think like a lot of people would have probably thought like just not very high of us, but we knew as soon as we figured stuff out that we knew like we could be a world championship contender, and like people weren't going to expect it because we had a poor season, especially for our standards. So for us, I think the first goal was obviously Champ Sunday, and then after that, I mean, we just want to do better than what we did last year, but we know we can't really like go out and try and win the tournament in the first match. So first goal is make Champ Sunday. I'm super proud of us. And then after that, it's one match at a time. Every match is going to be as hard as we've played yet in our career. So it's just making it there first and then focusing every second of each match and going further and further because we know we can.
Edison from esports.ch. Would you say that you're currently peaking in your form, or is there still a level up from what you've shown us today for tomorrow's games?
I think we still have some more to show. We've had like days and scrims where it feels everything just feels right, and today it felt right. But you know, for stage standards compared to like how we know we can play, and when there's no pressure, and once you're deep enough in a tournament, like you really start flowing, and I feel like we can go a couple steps higher.
Maybe one for you, Jay, now. Just again, sorry to keep addressing
No,
it.
it's all good.
But I sort of apologise for drumming home the longevity card, because I'm sure you're bored of these type of questions. But as a long-standing player and still at the peak of the game, appearing at World Championships, do you see yourself as like an icon of North American Rocket League? Do you see yourself as almost like the face of North American Rocket League? And obviously you've got so many fans. How does that play into your personal preparation and motivation?
Yeah. I don't see myself as like an icon in that way, but I definitely like see the longevity and compare myself to like other players, like the long-standing players like Garrett and Squishy and all them, and I think maybe I'm just like trying to outlast them at some point. Like it's like a competition a little bit,
Yeah.
where it's like I want to be that icon and be the longest standing like pro player to still be competing at world championships
Obviously,
and majors.
a lot of people
So
are still going to be looking up to you.
Yeah.
Do you try and mould yourself in a way that you can set an example for lesser players and upcoming players?
maybe I should better. Like I don't stream or anything like that, but I don't know. I don't like try to be a good role model to younger people. I don't think I'm like a bad one, but I don't put in 100% effort to like be a role model in that sense. But
That's fair enough.
So last Worlds, we saw yourself and BDS make it through to the final. Two of the more team-focused teams rather than some mechanical teams like Fury and Moist at the time. We've noticed a change towards more team-oriented play styles, had much more success this season. What have you guys done to elevate your game plan to be able to compete with the rest of the scene?
I mean, it doesn't differ too much from what I think we had a year ago. I think we were pretty team oriented then. I think this season was a lot of exploring that more individual type of play and looking to see how we can improve our individual pieces, and I think we came to the conclusion that it's not really the long-term success, or it won't grant us that. So a lot of it, we learned some things while we were exploring the more individual parts of the game, and I'd say all three of the guys got a lot better in that time period. I'd say our team results suffered because of it, but at the same time, I think they learned a lot, and I think it just brought them more into what we're doing now and what we're doing at this tournament. So, yeah, I think we're all aware that team-oriented is the way to go, and we're really striving to just push that.
You're one of the two teams who are playing, are coming out of this group stage and are playing your quarterfinals on Championship Sunday, one of the two matches. How do you see that? Is that an advantage? Is that a disadvantage to the teams playing today?
I mean, to be honest, I would say it's an advantage because like we have stage experience and BDS doesn't. But someone could have said the same thing about Moist with us. So I don't really think it's a game-changing one. Now I think it could be really good in the fact that if we do come out hot and we win that match versus BDS, it carries us for the rest of the day, rather than starting and stopping on different days. But at the end of the day, it's not an advantage to change the series. It's going to be whoever the better team is. It's going to be it's going to result in the better team winning.
I think it's a disadvantage though that like KC get to like have a huge series win and then play Genji, who haven't played in like 2 days, who haven't played in front of a crowd. I feel like KC should be favored because of that, and it's kind of unfair for Genji.
Just a little fun one for myself. Talk us through the mullet, and boys, are you joining him?
No,
Sathi's got one too.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see
That
because
one
they're
shows
short
up
hair,
with the
but
caps on, right?
Yeah, something like that.
I wish it was like more of a real mullet, but the German barbers
He brought it up.
the German barbers were not having it.
No, they were actually like very angry that we asked them for that.
Yeah.
I
They
saw
gave
it.
us like Gatsby
I
slash
saw Rizzo
mullets.
get the
like-
Gatsby.
Yeah, they didn't really go through with it, so we're kind of mad at them. But CJ's our boy. That's really it's just the starting three right now, and that's it.
Atomic, you got the ban at
I
camera. You're gonna do it when you get back. Go to a proper ban.
Maybe.
so you get
If
it
we win.
done.
Yeah, if we win
win,
Worlds.
yeah.
Yeah, if we win, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll hold you to that.
No,
Yeah, I'll hold them that too.
Yeah, me
He
too.
said that.
It's also more of a fun question. Do you think this is the G2 month? Because last week your brothers from CS won, so you could win. Is this the new G2 celebration month that we could have? every
Honestly,
year? Like,
yeah, honestly, maybe because I remember.
no, you.
Oh, sorry. I remember when we won in winter in LA, like 3 other teams won as well. I believe the league team won, whatever it was. I don't remember. And then the CS team, honestly, I can't remember. We had like 3 or 4 wins, literally weekends in a row. So honestly, it kind of seems like that's repeating itself. So, I mean, I'm down for that.
That happened for season 7 too, when G2 won like the mid-season invitational for League of Legends, and we got second. We didn't win Worlds, but it was a motivator for
Knew you were waiting for that one.
when we hear like G2 winning other events. It's definitely like a motivator for just like knowing we can do it too.
Yeah.
Trying to make the org proud.
Mm-hmm.
Following up on that, JNAPS, do you know Nico?
Yep.
G2?
Yeah.
Do you follow?
Yeah, we all 3 of us. Sathi was getting into CS now, but all 3 of us watch CS. That's like our main
Do you
game.
compare yourself to his story, because he's been at the top of his game for so long, but he hasn't finished it out with a major win?
I wouldn't say like compare it to him, but I could see the resemblance, like losing the 2 finals. Me and Chicago both could be compared to Nico. But yeah, I haven't really seen it like that.
I can ask another one. It's going to be really annoying, but you probably get asked it all the time. Do you see yourself retiring anytime soon, or have you still got years ahead of you?
I'd say definitely like closer to retiring than not, for sure, but I'm not sure, honestly. Like, I'm always up and down about it, so.
What would be the thing that makes you consider it?
I don't know if there would necessarily be one thing, but maybe just like, honestly, if COVID happened again, then that would be the one thing. Like just online tournaments only, but
So LAN
maybe
what keeps
maybe
you
not
going?
making lands consistently would be the catalyst.
Would there be any outside factors to that at all? Because obviously we saw your dad do the nice touching piece on the broadcast? Is there anything that outside the game that might sway you to call it a not
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, I don't think so. I think the outside factors like make me want to play Rocket League more, and I think my parents and people around me, like especially when like our house burned down and my grandfather passed, they were like getting me all this stuff ready for scrims and making sure I had like the best internet. I was playing at my cottage at the time, and I think they were the ones. Like I was like, I don't even want to play Rocket League. Like they were the ones pushing me to do it. So I think I don't think outside factors would.
Well, it's commendable for you to do that.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you, Sati, about coaching.
Mhm.
There's been a lot of talk recently about what coaches actually do based off of recent events. When you came into coaching, did you have your own idea of what you were going to do and make different based off your experience as a pro, or has it evolved a lot throughout your time?
I think there was always some form of. I liked what I did on Bread and SSG back in the day, and obviously the game has changed way too much since then to really say they're equal. But I always wanted to be more aggressive and like coach something that's a bit more aggressive and a lot more pressure heavy and just really suffocating to other teams. Especially because season 9 I played the complete opposite with Sonics, and it was cool for a little bit, but then it became horrible. So I think I always had like a vision of the style I want, and G2 was like the perfect mix because they already had something like that going with their team, and so we just tweak things as I joined, and the boys have been really responsive about it, and it's great. It's a great match.
I'm all.
My final question is the third time the charm?
Of course.
That's the plan.
Has to be.
Yeah, that's the plan. We got to make the finals first.
It's also true.
Any other questions?
No, I'm all out.
Do we have time for a quick social video? If that's cool.
Like right here?
Right here, yes.
I mean, if
I'd
they're
rather
okay
do
with
that.
it.
Yeah, you guys cool? Okay.
Wait, you recorded us?
No, you guys cool. I've never seen one of these before, and it reminded me of that one meme where like Ronaldo moved the shit at the World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm putting Red Bulls down by you guys.
Okay.
J-Naps, you're gonna get it.
Okay. Let's see where this is going. This is on the left.
Or do you want me to like stand behind?
You guys get to watch a nice BTS. If you come over here, leave the water on your table, and
Wait, all of
Red
us?
Bull. No, not all of it, just
okay.
Jake. Leave the Red Bull on the floor where it was.
You need to replace it afterward if you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
exactly.
So Jake's gonna come in, he's gonna sit down, he's gonna put the bottle down. When the Red Bull comes up and he cracks it open, you guys do the same.
Repeat.
So
Can we open it?
Jake's gonna come in, he's gonna take the bottle down. As soon as the Red Bull's coming up, you guys do the same. Bottles down, Red Bull's up, and everyone crack it open. I'll give you guys the
Follow his lead.
Follow the lead.
Yeah, don't say.
Gotcha.
I don't think Ronaldo said anything.
I haven't seen this meme, so.
You haven't seen this one?
I'll show you after.
Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1, action.
It's not happening.
Perfect. Thank you guys. Now you get to drink all.
I didn't open. We didn't open either. I was saying fine.
Smart decision.
Yeah. Great.
I can take him back.
I think that was it.
Any other? Are we good? All right, cool.